The stars are always there, but we miss them in the dirt and clouds. We miss them in the storms. Tell them to remember hope. We have hope. These were Renee Yo's last words before entering into rehab after struggling with depression, addiction, self-harm, and attempted suicide. Renee Yo is the reason behind the organization called To Write Love on Her Arms. To Write Love on Her Arms is a non-profit organization dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with addiction, self-harm, suicide, and depression. To Write Love on Her Arms exists to encourage, inform, inspire, and to invest directly into treatment and recovery. To Write Love on Her Arms was created in March of 2006 by Jamie Tortowski as he was writing a story about his friend and her life the days before she entered rehab. As a way to pay for her treatment, t-shirts were created and sold, just like the one I'm wearing, and a MySpace page was created. The organization started gaining wild popularity. Rock bands like Switchfoot and Amberlin started wearing their t-shirts to concerts and took the organization on tour. As they told Renee's story more and more, they realized that it related to people everywhere, whether they were dealing with depression themselves or knew someone dealing with these issues. This organization is very special to me. From the ages of 16 to actually just a few months ago, I was going through a horrible depression. I lost myself and I pretty much had no idea who I was anymore. I went from the girl that was obnoxious and happy all the time and could make friends with anyone to the girl that would sit in the corner by herself all day and just be alone. I lost a lot of friends because of this. They didn't know how to treat me anymore and they didn't know how to handle the situation I was in. I just felt so sad all the time. Like, I would stay up all night crying, and at school I would break down and cry, or anything. I would just break down and cry. I didn't want to go to school anymore. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to go to band or drama. I had no motivation to do even the things that I loved. I started to self-harm. I have scars on my body that aren't ever going to go away. I started abusing drugs and I contemplated suicide a lot. I was so scared and I felt so alone all the time. I felt like I was such a bother to everyone and I couldn't talk to anyone because I felt like I was a burden to them. I was so ashamed of the situation I was in and how I was feeling that I didn't even want to be alive anymore. I felt like suicide was the only answer and that by taking my own life, everything would just suddenly get better and everyone would be happier. Luckily, I never went through with those thoughts, and now today I'm so much happier and I'm living a life that I love and I'm doing so much better. To Write Love on Her Arms is one of the reasons that I'm doing so much better and that I'm still here today. To Write Love on Her Arms' vision is to encourage others to believe that we are created to love and be loved, to believe that our story is important and that life is worth fighting for, to believe that everyone feels pain sometimes and that we are not alone, to believe that hope and help are both real, to believe that our better days are ahead of us, and to believe in happy endings. And that's exactly what they made me believe. When I was about 13, I started going to rock festivals like Warped Tour, and that's where I first heard about To Write Love on Her Arms. They had their merch table out, and I thought that their message was amazing, and they were doing a great thing, but it never really clicked just what they were doing until I myself became depressed. And when I started feeling like that, and when I started feeling hopeless, they're the ones that gave me hope. They made me believe in love and feel like I was loved. They let me know that I am important. They made me believe that one day I would get better. They let me know that I was not alone. Because of them, I reconnected with some of my best friends, and I became a lot closer with my mom. I'm happier than I've ever been, and I haven't cut in 4 months and still counting. To Write Love on Her Arms is not only doing an amazing thing for me, but for people everywhere. In the 6 years as the organization has been around, they have answered over 170,000 messages, and I would imagine they helped all of those people and well as others. They go to concerts, universities, festivals, and even churches, spreading hope and love to teenagers and young adults all over the country. They also have a website. It's twloha.com, where people can go and read other people's stories of hope, loss, or even successful recoveries and gain a sense of community. The website also has a list of helplines you can call or places you can go for counseling as well as many other resources pertaining to depression, self-harm, addiction, and eating disorders. You can also buy t-shirts or bracelets. Like I have this one. It says "Love is the Movement." They also have a week in October, I think it is, where people write love on their arms in support for people that are suffering with depression or addiction or self-harm, and to let other people know that they're not alone. To Write Love on Her Arms is an amazing organization run by an amazing group of people. They are freeing people of self-hatred, hopelessness, fear, and most importantly, they are saving lives. I hope that no one ever, anywhere, has to feel the kind of pain that I felt. If you or anyone you know is dealing with depression, self-harm, addiction, eating disorders, or thinking about suicide, tell them to go to this website. It helped me, and it can help you too. Love is the Movement.